I was brought up in a pretty in a small house. It wasn't really a small house, but it was when there were 6 people living in it. I've got a brother and 2 sisters. I'm the second youngest, and practicing in a small story and a half was no problem for me, but I think it was for the rest of the house. But I think back to all the it was never a problem. I mean, my brother and sisters put a game face on and sucked it up, but I'm not sure I would have if I was on the other side of a guy learning a bagpipe.
So we're here at Copper Mill Drive in Toronto. It's in the west end of the city. And this is the house that I was brought up in, and it's my parents' house today, as you'd expect. It's a story and a half house, and when I lived here and was brought up here, there were 6 of us living here, and 1 piper, and that was me. And I played all the time. So I don't know how my brother and sisters and anyone in the house survived it, but they all did, and their hearing's pretty much intact. And this where we're standing now, in the front room, or the living room as we say over here, is Copper Mill Studio. This is the name of a jig that Bruce wrote, and a long time ago Bruce Gandy, Scott McCauley, Colin McClellan and myself got together to record a piping cassette. It was pre-CD, and it was called Reel to Reel. And we started out in the basement here, and houses over here have basements, not so much in Scotland, as you know. And anyways, we started out in the basement, low ceiling, and Bruce and I and Colin recorded our stuff with no problem. But when it came Scott McCauley's turn, Scott McCauley being a pretty tall guy, like 6'2" plus, there just wasn't enough height for him and his pipes. So classic Scott McCauley getting the front room and getting the best of the best, we ended up moving the studio up here. So this living room, we had Scott recording, we had John Walsh sitting in production at the 8-track Tascam, and we made that project. So this is Copper Mill Studio.